Hi guys, welcome to a new weekly reading vlog. If you're new here, hi there, I'm Manpreet. I make book related videos on this channel, and this is a weekly reading vlog where I'll be documenting what I read and my experiences with my reading throughout the week. So today I have started my reading day with this book, The Oath of the Vayuputras, which is the third book in the Shiva trilogy. I actually started at the midnight, so I'm already 25 pages done with it. I did this challenge video where I wanted to read the whole trilogy in 30 hours. I could not do it, so this is the pending one. And at the same time, I have just gotten the copy of this book, Rage Against the Dying of the Light, which is a book that for which I'm working with the author of this book, to present the review. So in this reading vlog, I will be, reading this book. This is the book that I've got, and I'm excited to read this one as well. I'll let you know more about what the book is about later on. So see you later. So I had a super hectic and brain freezing work day. I was at work from 9 until like 7, and then I had no energy to read. But as a booktuber, I do not have to just read, but I also have to make videos for you guys. So I actually kept working on this with the script for the next video. I actually plan to upload 10 plus videos this month, so 3-4 of them are actually live, and I have to stop saying the word again and again. Anyhow, so this one, I kind of feel like I had this flow going on, which takes some time to build up, and that flow has been broken now that the challenge is over. So yeah, the slump has set in, but we'll fight it. Monday night, I am actually in a big dilemma. So here's the thing, I do want to finish the Shiva trilogy first, and I actually read 50 more pages of this book today. But here's the thing, before I started this challenge of reading Shiva trilogy, I was reading Club You to Death by Anuja Chauhan, and I have read about 200 pages of this book. Now if I continue reading Shiva trilogy, which is definitely like a massive book, more than 500 pages, it will take me at least 3-4 days, and I'm afraid I will lose touch with this book, and I'll have to start it all over again, which I do not want to, because this is not that good of a book. Honestly, I am feeling a little bit let down with Anuja Chauhan this time while I'm reading her latest book, so I do not want to just read the whole thing again. So probably I'll be like reading 50 pages of this and 50 pages of this, and that's how, my friends, I end up reading 3 to 4 books at the same time. Tuesday has been a surprisingly hectic day. So today is Vaisakhi, by the way. Belated happy Vaisakhi to all of you. I was supposed to have a holiday, but I'm such a work freak that I just didn't realize it was a holiday. Worked for half of the day and then just realized it was a holiday. So I ended up working for the whole day and reading almost nothing since morning, but I have been reading this since like a couple of hours now, and I am about 296 pages done with this. This is the latest Anuja Chauhan book. So she's known in India for her English style of writing and her romantic comedies and her funny books. This one involves a murder mystery, Club You to Death. Honestly speaking, I am not liking it as much as I normally like Anuja Chauhan books. I have read 3 of her books and I'm an absolute fan, but this is somehow not what I expected. So I have been having a hard time in just like going through it, because I know I'm going to review it and I do not like the idea of not liking the book of my favorite author. So going through a lot of feelings right now, but do want to finish it, and hopefully I will be able to finish it soon. Just 116 pages left with it, so that is cool. It's about 1 a.m. I have been reading this book. So my husband was making like mango ice cream and he chucked me out of the kitchen, so I was like, I should better read, and I read it. And the thing about like murder mysteries and stuff like that is, like, last 100 pages you just read them because the mystery is going to come out, and you just fly through them. Even if you're too sleepy, even if you have 100 things to do, you would just want to finish the story. So that's happening with me right now. I should be sleeping, and honestly, I'm 100 pages left with the book now, 70 pages actually, but it would have been lesser. But here's the thing, I don't know, husband says he has read it in books, but see, this particular character in the book was actually receiving some letters, okay, and at two places this particular character talks about the letters, and both places there was written, I have actually like gone back, flipped all the pages to find out this, and to just read these lines. It's a regular A4 sheet with words printed on it in thick black ink. Then this particular character talks of this again, and again it's a regular like thing, A4 sheet, thick black ink. And then these guys are talking about the handwriting on the letters, and how handwriting is this and that, and oh my god, it just printed, how can it be? And husband says it happens, but it's just like you are deliberately misleading somebody, or did you just miss it? Like, printed is not written, or is it? It is Wednesday morning and I was able to finish Club You to death yesterday. I slept at 3 a.m. That is not a good thing to maintain, but I was able to finish the book and didn't like it that much. Most of the time, it looked like a book that was about just gossip of aunties. It was less funny. It was just not good. Gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Anyway, I certainly am reading The Oath of Vayuputra, 70 pages done with it, but I also want to start a few new books. I also am reading The Joy of Compounding by Gautam Baid, but right now I just have a feeling that I want to read blue books. As in books with blue covers. So yesterday itself I received these two books. One is Mint Your Money. This is certainly a very popular book right now. Like, you go to Amazon and you are always seeing this, so I got this one. It's on personal finance. And then this is the book for which I'm working with the author. So here's the thing, the part about making money from Booktube, that is always very slow, but it has been even slower this particular year in 2021, because I just have not been able to find the books that I want to read. Most of the pitches that I get, half of them are poetry collections, which, dear authors, I love reading, books, but poetry is not something that I feel like I am comfortable with reviewing right now. I used to review poetry books because I read them a lot then, but now not anymore. So 50% of them are those, and 50% is just like, some of them are just not my taste, and I'm always looking for a book that I'll actually like, that I can, also get paid for. So this is something that I have high hopes on. This is Rage Against the Dying of the Light. This is actually written by a doctor and inspired by the true events in his life. And it is just how, like, when the doctor becomes patient or something that happens in his son's life, that is what it is about. So I am actually pretty excited to read it. It's not it's a heartbreaking story from what it says on the cover, and the introduction is by Gautam Gambhir, which I have to say, I have read one book. Okay, we are talking about Priyanka Chopra a lot, so let's talk about her. I don't remember the book, but I know one book that I read that had an introduction from Priyanka Chopra, the Miss Malini biography. It was a bad introduction. I was like, what is this? Why did she even do the introduction? Whereas when you see this introduction, he has really introduced the book. That's what you do in the introduction of the book. How easy, right? But not so easy for a lot of people. But yeah, this is the book that I'm reading. So now I'm reading 4 books. It's almost the end of Wednesday and I have finished 30 pages of this book. I did not know this has been written by a very popular YouTuber, which is like Westland has been publishing books by YouTubers, which is, I think it's nice. YouTubers are getting the opportunity to share their expertise, and that is nice. But there's also this thing that most of the YouTuber books, at least for the foreign YouTubers, I have never heard good reviews about them. Not talking about Booktubers, YouTubers, okay? And even I read one book by a YouTuber that was self-published last year, Stocks in Life, by Abhishek Kar. It was not a good book. This one is on personal finance, and 30 pages into it, I'm just like, okay, it is not a very big book, okay? Pages are quite like not dense, I would say. But I'm reading it. We'll share more about it. Apart from that, I have read 20 pages of this book. So this is what I've done in the daytime, okay? 50 pages. I really want to finish at least 100 pages of reading today, so I will be reading 50 more pages of this book. So I have been reading The Oath of the Vayuputras, and it's been hard. This really does, slow down a lot, and I have a feeling that if I just continue reading it, I'll be able to finish it. But if I just, put it down even for a day, it is going to be a trouble for me to get back to it. First of all, there are so many characters, there's like a lot of strategic stuff happening, so a lot of things to follow, and I just have to make sure that I am always, um, be in touch with this book and actually read it fast, because I don't want to lose the plot. So yeah. Hi guys, Thursday here, and I woke up pretty early today. I am trying to wake up a little bit earlier than I used to, and honestly it was a task to figure out what I should do. And after a while, after an hour of thinking what I should do, because I was up so early, I decided to read, and I've already finished about 60 pages of this book today. I don't want to read more. This is quite a fast read, and that could be owing to the fact that it doesn't have that much of info, it just has the basics. So I have to see whether this book has anything extra, or I should just be like, guys, 13 Steps to Bloody Good Wealth is the book you need to read. This you can skip. I don't know yet. So let's see. Right now 95 pages done with it now, because 35 I read yesterday. Good morning guys, today is Friday. What happened yesterday was I woke up early in the morning and I started reading Mint Your Money, got done with 60 pages and then didn't read it all. I did try reading a little bit of Shiva Trilogy Book 3, but honestly guys, so many of you have told me either it's a bias because of that, but I think it's not the bias, it's actually pretty slow. The whole war stuff is happening, which I actually like, but I think because so many of you have told me it's slow, I'm thinking it's slow, or it's actually slow. I don't know. So it has been a task to actually pick up that book and finish it. I would read any other book apart from that, but I have also been told if I stopped reading it, I will forget, because there's so much of, stuff going on, as well as there are a lot of characters. So if I lose touch with this book even for a day, I will forget it. So I need to finish it ASAP. That's the kind of book it is, the Oath of Vayuputra. So I am up on Friday again at 6ish, 6:20 a.m. And I'll start reading from 7 to probably 8. Let's see. I have read about 60 pages since morning, and I feel like the pace is picking up. First 150 pages were way too slow, but as the war is nearing, so this book is all about the war. Okay, so the actual plot is coming to the full circle, and so if this trilogy was one book, this would be the climax. Now it started a little bit slow, but I'm actually like now liking it, the whole war strategies and stuff like that. So yeah, really keen to actually finish this book. I need to move on from this and read other stuff. Hi guys, so my reading week has gotten jinxed a little bit. Yesterday I read in the morning, but after that I had no time, no energy to read. And today also, so I recently got married, and there's a lot of photograph sorting work that had to be done. It's been 5 months since I'm married, but that was still pending. So we spent the whole day on getting to that, so that we could get our wedding album. And now I need to write a lot of scripts, because I promised 10 plus videos on the Booktube channel. So that is a part of my reading life, writing the reviews, making sure I'm tracking everything. So that is also taking a major chunk of my time, but I still want to read a little bit, especially when I have this chunky book that everybody has been warning me that you have to finish it soon or you will never be able to finish it. And I really tried hard to stay awake, even though some people did hate on it, like, you know what, reading 3 books in 30 hours is not even a big deal, you're just making it a big deal and you can even do it, and blah blah blah. A lot of that comments I did get, but I still was not able to finish it, and I put in a good effort according to myself. And after all that, if I'm still not able to finish and review the Shiva trilogy, it would be a huge problem. So I have to finish this book this weekend. How I'll do it, I don't know, but we'll try.
What are you doing?
I just finished filming a batch of videos, one perfect summer reads video and 4 reels. And Sunday was very unexpected. I woke up at 7, read a few pages of this book, not liking it at all. I'm just left with 10-20 pages. Yeah, 20 pages, but this book is not at all recommended. Like, there's just one passage in the book that I liked. I was like, okay, this is good information that is not there in the 13 Steps to Bloody Good Wealth by Ashwin Sanghi, or it's not there. And just one page, of this whole book. So I did not like it. But then I slept for 5 hours, and my husband did not even bother to wake me up, even when he knew I had to finish this giant piece of thing, you know. So I'm just hitting something, not being violent at all. So I actually finished reading Mint Your Money in the morning, and I have read about 376 pages of the Oath of the Vayuputras. My husband has been telling me how I was not able to finish the book in the whole week. But here's the thing, I haven't felt like finishing the book. First 200 pages were too boring, and it just felt like, oh my god, I just can't even read it. Then it got interesting up until 100 pages, and then it became like, oh my god, I don't want to read it because it's going to be more heartbreaking and all that. So I have been through all of these emotions, the whole circle from not wanting to read, then loving what I was reading, and then back to not wanting to read but because of a different reason. I can't even tell you guys, but I don't want to film right now. Hashtag spoiler, but I was spoiled about this by at least 20 people. But it still didn't prepare me for this. It's just, so every book that has a war, there are a lot of characters die. And thanks to George R. R. Martin, I think now way too many characters die, which I do not like, because characters dying as a part of the plot is not cool. Like, the plot happens and then a character dies in the plot, that's different than what authors do nowadays, thanks to George R. R. Martin, because now character dying is the plot. Are you getting my point? So I do not like that. So this book, thankfully, is not that. The characters have nice deaths, but this particular one, I was not prepared for this, like, happening in this way. Bye. In the end of this reading week, what I really realized is that with just a little bit of extra effort, with just a little bit of more time you spend on reading, you can read a lot more. I was able to finish 3 books, and honestly, I was already half done with this book when the week started, but I finished it. And honestly, I didn't even like it that much, but I was able to do it. Then I just started this book, finished it. It's a short one, but still 200, close to 200 pages. 130 pages, I guess. But yeah. And then I actually was able to finish this massive thing. So I was not able to start this book last Sunday when I did my Shiva Trilogy challenge. And I was told that this is going to be a slow book. This is going to be, difficult to finish. And first 200 pages did feel like that, but after that it picked up. I really liked all the war strategies and the whole book. Overall ratings to this series is 4.5. And look at this. A lot of people think that if it's a good book, I also think that if it's a good book, you can just fly through it. But two of these were not those, not that good, but still I flew through them because I just decided to make a little bit of an extra effort, just spend a little bit more time reading. And with that note, I would end this vlog. I hope this vlog entertained you. I hope you liked it. If you did, please make sure you hit a thumbs up. If you're watching me for the first time, please make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so that you get notified every time I post a video. And yes, I hope you learned something from it. I hope you got entertained. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. This is Manpi signing off. I'll be back with another vlog very soon.